Hey, get bad.
No way, H.O.G.
Cheddar. Hey, grind hard for the culture. They placed us behind, so you know we gotta get back. It's a lot of things that you gon' face in this world when your skin color is black. Grind hard for the culture. They placed us behind, so you know we tryna get back. It's a lot of things that you gon' face in this world when your skin color is black.
Song. And the last time I heard it was a black teacher, and she was doing a rap song with her students, but on some
Oh
positive.
yeah.
Discrimination and hating got put you all there. Big dog, CEO.
That you expose yourself to, and I highly doubt that you didn't know that was being recorded, because from what everybody's sharing, that shit was posted from your page.
To mention all the resources we created, why they didn't want to see black families.
Cause I want to hear, I want to listen to what the fuck I want to listen to, bro. Most of the shit they play on the radio is what these little motherfuckers want to hear, bro. I ain't trying to.
Guns, educate yourself. Now lead your son. You gonna treat your lady right.
We'll have a race of babies that hate the ladies and make the babies. Nigga, that's what we got.
That's what we
Nigga, yeah. Grind hard for the culture. They placed us
Get more brains in your head, when you can go more places, when you can
in
find
this world when your skin color is black. Grind hard for
the lead singer from Boys to Men looking at it, nigga. Don't cut us off like that. I should have cut that bitch back off.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Nigga tip ass, dude.
black, black, it's black, black, cheddar, black. Hey, I'm just a king from the south. I had a dream like Martin, I hope I live it out. Ay, black on black crime, it's a new time. It ain't just the opposite, I gotta watch mine. They smile in your face, but put a knife to your spine. You can do the same thing, set your mind to it. Corporate Nike, watch how I do it.
love the game.
Major pain, nah, I ain't
Love the hustle, man.
I'm blessed, thank God for making me blessed. I went through the struggle, I went through the pain, thank God for making me next. I'm blessed, thank God for making me blessed. I went through the struggle, I went through the pain, thank God for making me next. I'm blessed. I speak to the young and I speak to the youth. If it's not me, then I know it's not you. I'm thanking God, cause I know I can't lose. I'm praying up, so I figure my moves. I'm planning out lessons, I'm taking the quest. It's me versus me, don't know who the best. These words hitting hard, the center is chest. The crown is heavy for whoever is best. I'm blessed, thank God for making me blessed. I went through the struggle, I went through the pain, thank God for making me next. I'm blessed, thank God for making me blessed. I went through the struggle, I went through the pain, thank God for making me next. I'm blessed.
Walking up slow, but I'm standing on business. A king with the crown, my queen be the witness. Mentally tough, you can't play with my fitness. I value my family, that be the richest. Hop up the whip and I'm blessed. Yes, I cannot deal with the mess. Stress, problems we get off our chest. Yes, God, he gon' carry the load. I'm blessed. Look to the clouds for my energy. Grandma, I'm fit for my enemies. I hope that you peepin' the synergy. I be a king till they preachin' my eulogy. How can I lose when I'm royalty? Bridges I'm burning, they came with no loyalty. Give me my flowers and feed me my grapes. I'm due for some women this morning.
I'm blessed, thank God for making me blessed. I went through the struggle, I went through the pain, thank God for making me next. I'm blessed.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man. You already know what the fuck it is, man. H.O.G. the brand. I'm like, fuck they saying. Cheddar. Ayy, nobody coming close, I move just like a ghost. Almost winter time. Should I hit them with the project or continue making moves? Let the spectators watch it. Can't overlook this shit, bitch. My grind too obvious. Spontaneous trips, landing on islands. Graduated, no more public housing. Bought a home, the young niggas clowning. Assets don't lead to progression. Better stack up your money and invest in some shit. Entertainer like
Yeah, there we go. Man, that's crazy. So just to pick up where we left off, I ain't gonna go all the way back through it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done missed the whole intro and all that, but y'all know it's the H.O.G podcast show. I'm your host, Cheddar. Tonight we talking about Karmelo Anthony, and not the basketball player, but we talking about a young man out of Frisco, Texas, that was basically he was can y'all hear me now? Let me know in the comments. Can y'all hear me now? But what basically he was in a situation at a track meet. Yeah, I think it's going through now. But however, though, Carmelo Anthony, you know what I'm saying? He was basically at the track meet and he had to defend himself, and it led to somebody losing their life. So I don't know if y'all heard anything. I feel like I heard myself now, so hopefully it's up. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, she said, now we hear you. So shout out to y'all, man, for even looking at me just going at the screen crazy without nothing. So man, that's 28 minutes. I thought we were really on to something, but welcome back. We're talking about Carmelo Anthony tonight. So that's what we're gonna pick up at. Because people said they couldn't hear me, so we're gonna pick up from there. Carmelo Anthony is a young black man from Texas. It's Frisco, Texas. He was born and raised down there. So he was attending a track meet, and at the track meet, it was different schools there and stuff. And Carmelo decided to go over to a tent and chill with some peers that he may have knew or whatever, or was familiar with or whatnot. But the real reason would be because it was precipitation that day, it was raining outside, and he decided to go under the tent. So when he went under the tent, he was approached by a young man that attended the school. I don't know if he ran track or whatever, but Carmelo is an athlete, and he's also a straight A student, 4.0, all that good type of stuff like that. So Carmelo was chilling and under the tent, and he was approached by the Austin Metcalf guy, which is a twin. And when he approached the young man, he told him that he couldn't be under the tent, that he had to move, basically. So Carmelo decided to, feedback into it or respond back to what he was saying, like, make me move. I ain't finna go nowhere. Whatever he said, it was a verbal altercation before this situation went down. So that went on, and then it went from them going back and forth with words to Austin actually trying to physically remove him from the area, from under their tent. You know what I'm saying? Now, Miami is raining and all that, so why would you even have the energy to be want to try to move somebody from a tent that's not yours? The bleach is wet. You fuck around and slip and hurt your balls or whatever might go on. You know what I'm saying? But why would you want to try to grab somebody, and you not security, you not staff or nothing like that? So the young man told him, like, touch me and see what happened. So he touched him. Him and his brother tried to grab him. The little guy went in his backpack, pulled out a weapon, and then with that weapon, he protected himself to the point to where the other person lost their life. So condolences to the McCaff family for that, because we're not looking at this like a victory or like no praise type thing. Like, we trying to get an understanding about what these children really going through in school, you know what I'm saying, and what's happening, because from hearsay, the Austin guys is known as bullies, you know what I'm saying? They known as having their way, you know what I'm saying? They do what they want to do when they come to things in the school. You know, they popular, they play football, they probably got a couple of cheerleaders, you know how it go. And so that that can kind of sometimes fuse your attitude. So you get a high off that and start to just do stuff because you get away with it. Ain't no consequences behind it yet. And this was just, unfortunately, one of them situations to where it was consequences behind it, and it resulted in somebody losing their life. So you got two families going through pain on two different sides. This family being looked at and stereotyped from the beginning of the situation. They looking at the Anthony family like, oh, you know, what type of background he come from and stuff like that, not knowing that, you know, the typical thing from the American standpoint, like, is that, oh, you know, the black man is always in a financial bond, or he can't stay in his family or can't keep his family together. They come from broken homes, they angry, they don't know how to control their emotions, whatever it may be. This situation was total opposite. This young man come from a family to where his mom and dad is together. You know what I'm saying? They own businesses. They really successful in what they do. Black love. And he is also taking up on what they taught him and being a good student. You know what I'm saying? That man making straight A's, 4.0, working 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't just no regular teenager. You know what I'm saying? He really handling his business. He doing what he got to do out here, you know. And that alone is why we need to support him and why we need to uplift his family, because we get chastised too much for certain things and certain stuff. And I can't say why he had the knife or why he had to use that level of force to protect himself, but it is what it is. And the court said that it's in his right. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it ain't nothing for me to really argue. But what I can say is that it's crazy how we get judged off just being black, that you don't come from nothing. You can't have nothing. You don't know what it is to be civil or nothing like that. When in this situation, this guy, McCaff, made a post that a couple days prior to the event, he made a post saying that these monkeys better not come to the track meet. Now, we don't know who he was referring to specifically, but okay, it's a general thing. I don't know if what's up with it, Rob? I seen today it was a cleat sharpened. Yeah. So whatever it was, he stabbed him with it. The weapon that he had, he stabbed him with it, and to the point to where he lost his life. You know what I'm saying? But you know, these folks we gotta teach our kids from the get-go on the emotional intelligence and how to do the conflict and resolution type thing too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially our young men, you know what I'm saying? But this situation don't seem like it was that type of situation to where, like, Anthony was the aggressor. So, you know, we got to pride ourselves in teaching our young men, like, how to control that emotion, even with their sisters within the household, like they sisters and us dealing with our wives or our girls or whatever it may be. We got to, like, set that example for them to be able to intake that and then go out into society and be able to balance and live and deal with what they dealing with out there. Because, man, that situation could cause a lot of different things. It can cause segregation in that city. I got people in Texas and all around that area. It can cause, like, for people to really get on that Civil War type, division type stuff. You know what I'm saying? If the wrong people feed into it, you know, and that's how the media was kind of making it at first about this young man, that he was like the total opposite, like, of what he really is. You know what I'm saying? They making it like, oh, you know, he this and that, where he come from and this and that, like, kind of challenging that situation, when that ain't the case. The case is this young man came in an aggressive way, you know what I'm saying, and he got dealt with for how that person felt that he needed to be dealt with, you know, and unfortunately that situation ended in a death, which is not good. But we have to definitely support our people. We have to definitely speaking of that, allegedly, now everything is allegedly for entertainment purposes only, but allegedly they say that NBA YoungBoy may have had something to do with that young man's bonding, because, you know, his bond was high. I think it was like $1 million at first, then they reduced it, and it was a GoFundMe for the young man. That the GoFundMe, the money wasn't able to be released yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like 400,000 or something like that, but it's a process. You can't just snatch the money out. So the money hadn't been released yet. So he got bonded out, and I feel like that's a good thing that he got bonded out. But I feel like going forth, they need to really let that man be, like, let him be a child. You know what I'm saying? He's still 17 years old. You know, kids think differently than adults. You know what I'm saying? They gonna react different to situations, especially when they come to a defense that they got to get into to protect their life. You know what I'm saying? So let that young man, like, learn and correct himself from the situations that he messed up at, you know what I'm saying? And it don't seem like this was his type of character, his type of thing that he would do. He was just unfortunately put in a situation where he felt he had to use that level of force. And it is what it is. But allegedly, if NBA YoungBoy did have something to do with their bond money or putting towards that, man, shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't in no way to where like it's like, oh yeah, they took out one of them, or like it's some like we sided with something like that. Now it's just I feel like NBA YoungBoy is a person that know what they look like. You know what I'm saying? He know what the system look like when they try to pressure you from some stuff that you may have did when you was immature or making bad decisions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to NBA YoungBoy for throwing that change down. If he did do that, you know what I'm saying? Don't quote me for anything. I'm just going off the things that I referenced with the things that I looked at. Also, it's just a lot of different situations that could have happened in that situation. Like I said, what a staff at? What are people that's supposed to protect the kids? The school in some type of source supposed to be a safe place for these kids. There's a lot of kids that's out here that go to school for that safe space because they don't have food at home, or the environment ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? The environment toxic, or you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff going on in these communities and stuff like that. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get them comments, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm sorry that the show was muted for the first like some minutes, like I don't know, like 13 or something like that. But you know, we just hopping back at it. For his update going forth on the H.O.G podcast show, I'm looking at trying to do like going back into like the basic, like doing like a different day of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like after this month, you know what I'm saying? So be on the lookout for that. We still got the merch popping, as you can see with the stroll saying at the bottom. Go to the website and shop for the H.O.G podcast merch if you ain't done that yet. It'll be some other things coming up too for us, the H.O.G clothing merch too. What else? Man, it's just been a good week, man. And I just want to end the show with saying some stuff that I'm thankful for. You know what I'm saying? Just thankful for life, having all my limbs, different things like that. I feel like a lot of us get up, man, and we don't even think about what we get or what we can get from what we get. We complain about stuff that we may not have, or situations or things like that, which is normal in a sense to go through like a psychological like depression, or like, you know, I'm going through this, so I feel this way, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to say that I'm thankful for, man, like having a roof over my head, food, you know what I'm saying? Clothes, decent clothes that I can put on and go out in. You know, a lot of time me and my wife walk out looking crazy as hell, knowing we get a little something decent to put on. But like, I just appreciate the small stuff, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully everybody else do. Tonight's podcast has definitely been about Karmelo Anthony. Some people are going to be restless with looking at it for 10 minutes without it being able to hear, but I ain't know that. So y'all go and catch up with what y'all can catch up with. Next week, we'll do something else at the same time on Friday. I'll be letting you know like at the top of the week, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go into a commercial. We ain't done yet. I'm going to go into a commercial being that we was muted for a while. All right, y'all keep it locked.
I'm blessed, thank God for making me blessed. I went through the struggle, I went through the pain, thank God for making me next. I'm blessed, thank God for making me blessed. I went through the struggle, I went through the pain, thank God for making me next. I'm blessed. I speak to the young and I speak to the youth. If it's not me, then I know it's not you. I'm thanking God, cause I know I can't lose. I'm praying up, so I figure my moves. I'm planning out lessons, I'm taking a quest. It's me versus me, don't know who the best. These words hitting hard, the center is chest. The crown is heavy for whoever is best. I'm blessed, thank God for making me blessed. I went through the struggle, I went through the pain, thank God for making making me next. I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Thank God for making me blessed. I went through the struggle, I went through the pain. Thank God for making me next. I'm blessed.
Walking up slow, but I'm standing on business. A king with the crown, my queen be the witness. Mentally tough, you can't play with my fitness. I value my family, that be the richest. Hop out the whip and I'm blessed. Yes, I cannot deal with the mess. Stress, problems we get off our chest. Yes, God, he gon' carry the load. I'm blessed. Look to the clouds for my energy. Grandma, I'm fit for my enemies. I hope that you peepin' the synergy. I be a king till they preachin' my eulogy. How can I lose when I'm royalty? Bridges I'm burning, they came with no loyalty. Give me my flowers and feed me my grapes. I'm due for some women this morning.
I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Thank God for making me blessed. I went through the struggle, I went through the pain. Thank God for making me next. I'm blessed, I'm blessed.
Yeah, back at it, man. Look, it was about 15 minutes. I was just looking at that junk. But anyways, though, we can't hold you too long. But the topic is tonight, Karmelo Anthony, not the basketball player, but the young man from Frisco, Texas, that was involved in the stabbing at a track meet. We went through the base of the situation allegedly for entertainment purpose only. You know, don't quote me on anything, but for the most part, we researched pretty good, and we feel like we get a well-rounded part of the story. So, yeah, that young man has been released from jail. You know what I'm saying? And he's back on the path to trying to, move forward from this situation. And he gonna need prayers. He gonna need support. He gonna need all that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a bad thing. That's just like a person saying that you raped somebody and you ain't do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like a person saying that you took something from them and you know you ain't do that. You know what I mean? So in this situation, it ain't like Karmelo just basically it ain't like Karmelo basically just went up to a person just outright and just went at chucking them and doing whatever he did to make the guy pass away. But you know, he was in defense. He was protecting himself. He was doing what he had to do. His background don't show that he's an aggressor. His background don't show that he no valid person. You know what I'm saying? He bad his business. He got straight A's, 4.0, 2 jobs, coming from a family that's on their business. You know what I'm saying? Mom and dad together, they working stuff out. They got businesses going. They successful on their own outside of corporate status. You feel what I'm saying? So I know a lot of people, they really want to put their jacket on us, though. They really want to be like, yeah, you know, they come from this and they ain't gonna change or nothing like that. They always want to do that to us, but don't stop and think and look into the whole situation. Like this young man was looked at just like that little boy with that little girl. The little girl is a young man. The toddler had to use the bathroom, and something happened to where it come out of her posterior area, it split, and something ended up happening to where that baby passed away. And they was trying to put a jacket on that man, like he was on some, you know, molestation type stuff, and it came out that wasn't even the case, and he got released. But the damage already done to his character, though. You know what I'm saying? The same thing like how with this young man, they tried to do it, but they weren't able to do it because the facts backed his actions. You know what I'm saying? So condolences to that family that lost the family member. Also, man, y'all keep this young man in y'all prayers. You know what I'm saying? Keep all our kids, everybody in the community, just all these young folks that's out here wilding out, crashing out. Keep them locked in your prayers too. You know what I'm saying? Don't be selfish with it. What did I say? Because I don't know how long y'all heard me, but going forward, yeah, I'm gonna be looking at like doing a different day of the week, and then also probably trying to add some more different days to where we can do different stuff, like talk about sports one night, just sports. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about that. Being that we talk about Karmelo Anthony, and we not already touched on that situation with the young man, I want to take it into the actual NBA, the sports and the playoffs. What's going on in it? You know what I mean? Who y'all feel gonna take it down? Who y'all feel gonna win? Who y'all feel gonna take the championship? Who gonna bring the trophy home? I feel like it's gonna be the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? If they keep doing what they doing, my boy Lil LeBron getting in his bag now too. You know what I'm saying? So he getting in his bag. Who else I seen play that went off this week? It was a lot of teams. I just watch highlights. I don't even get into the whole games and stuff like that no more. But yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna spread the content. We're gonna do different things like through the week. I don't know how many days. I ain't gonna overdo it, but I do want to have some specifics because there's a lot of different people out here. There's a lot of different subjects that we could touch on, and sports is one that get people riled up. So looking at doing that, changing the day, like I said. We also got the play coming up in West Memphis, Arkansas, June the 21st. You know what I'm saying? I'm a deadbeat who. So we're working on it. We've been busy with a lot of things. Everybody got things going on right now. You know what I'm saying? So we handle it the way we got to handle it and still doing it in a team effort. You feel what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think from what y'all heard. I know it's about 14 minutes of just straight mute, but the other 15 or whatever after this, because it's about 47, y'all go and check it out. We was talking about the Karmelo Anthony stabbing at the track meet in Frisco, Texas. You know what I'm saying? So y'all tap in. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. And do y'all feel that he should be getting chastised by other people like he is right now? Or should people really look into it? Like, I know when it come from your child being hurt, a nigga don't even be in the right mindset. You just thinking on how you can protect your child and, in the defense level. But at the same time, though, we have to like put a bug in our kids' ear about how to approach violence, how to approach different situations too, when to use force, when not to use force. You know what I'm saying? And shit, maybe we can straighten some of this up, but it's gonna take a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? And Texas just off the chain right now. I don't know what's going on in Texas, but there's a lot going on right now in Texas, man. So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. We're gonna be give y'all opportunity to give some topics too, though. Get in the comments, let a nigga know what y'all want to talk about, you know what I'm saying, or what subjects y'all feel that should be elaborated on, and we'll get into that, you know what I'm saying. What I gotta say in the announcements, besides the play, I already said that. If something else come up, I'll think about it, you know what I'm saying. But however, man, we appreciate y'all for tapping in with the H.O.G podcast show. Y'all know we go out like we came in, man. That's prayed up, papered up, and pulled up. Y'all keep the prayers up for Anthony family and the McCall family, man. We'll see y'all next Friday. It's your boy Cheddar. I'm out of there.
What's up with the hoes? What's up with the hoe gets? What's up with the hoes? What's up with the hoe gets? What's up with the hoes? What's up with the hoe gets? What's up with the hoes? What's up with the hoe gets? I said pray, I'm peppered in a pole, that's a mo. I stay pray, I'm peppered in a pole, that's a mo. I stay pray, I'm peppered in a pole, that's a mo. I stay pray, I'm peppered in a pole, that's a mo. You know Auntie Mama thumbing up, it's H.O.G, we coming up. They like, subscribe, and share. And it's about time we run these numbers up. Ain't nobody coming with the topics and the fly hitting. They be trying to duplicate the show. I guess they in they feeling. We don't care. Impact over likes is how we do it here. Come and get some gamers internationally spitting here. Minnesota and the Kansas. We got ties in Germany. Guests from Pakistan and Singapore. They rock with H.O.G. Like, subscribe, notifications. What's up with the hoes? What's up with the hoe gets? What's up with the hoes? What's up with the hoe gets? What's up with the hoes? What's up with the hoe gets? What's up with the hoes? What's up with the hoe gets? I said pray, I'm peppered in a pole, that's a mo. I stay pray, I'm peppered in a pole, that's a mo. I stay pray, I'm peppered in a pole, that's a mo. I stay pray, I'm peppered in a pole, that's a mo. You know Auntie Mama thumbing up, it's H.O.G, we coming up. They like, subscribe, and share. And it's about time we run these numbers up. Ain't nobody coming with the topics and the fly hitting. They be trying to duplicate the show. I guess they in they feeling. We don't care. Impact over likes is how we do it here. Come and get some gamers internationally spitting here. Minnesota and the Kansas. We got ties in Germany. Guests from Pakistan and Singapore. They rock with H.O.G. Like, subscribe.